Alrighty, well, I'm back on. I've spoke to the neighbors. The neighbors are unwilling to allow us access to the backyard. One neighbor outright told us no. The other one's acting like they don't hear us. So we're pretty much stuck out front. It's a warrant supposedly being served. An blank warrant. They're claiming it is a blank warrant on purpose because they do not know the name of the individuals on the property. As you can see, there are no minimum of 4 CHP officers here currently because we're such a danger to the CDF workers who are there. You see the street is actually lined with CHP officers' vehicles. There's one officer there, CHP. There's 3 more right there. There's also a Sergeant Helm, H-E-L-M, who Carrie had an issue with one of her previous recordings, but he's also here as well. This is in the city of Purple Valley, the Glen Avon area of Purple Valley. So you can see there are several CHP officers here. There's an additional one over here. We've been told to fall back by our fearless leader, Carrie. I guess she spoke to a lieutenant and said that they will arrest anyone who does not comply. We've spoken to the neighbors trying to get access to the backyard. The neighbors are Spanish speaking, so either they are afraid to comply or not comply, afraid to basically allow people likely are to look, or they just don't want involved. Here comes one of the first chicken killers. Actually fully suited up.
Go in there. Kill them all.
The homeowners are presently on the property. My understanding is a warrant that got served.
Place like this, they'd never come back here. Never.
Yeah, they did have dogs on the property. I don't know where they went.
This is a waste of fucking time. There's just letting them out, letting them go. It's a good thing to fucking do. You know what? If you would just live up to their rights, you wouldn't have to go this way.
Actually, it looks like media might be showing up. There's an individual with a heavier than normal camera. Denise, I have no idea how many chickens the individual owns.
Did you ever make contact with him? Did you reach out to him or look aggressive or act like you're going to smack him, slap him, kick him? Okay, but you didn't make any contact with him. First contact was made by the officer. Okay. I'm documenting this so nobody has any questions. Where's the officer that did this?
I'm trying to look up see his name in my other video.
Which officer was here when that happened? Yeah,
Come on, you know they're not going to cross that blue line. They're going to deny it all.
Well, like I said, okay, and for people that are filming now, there is a line. I'm clarifying this for the public, so we don't have anybody else get here involved. We know you can have for a property, sidewalk type area. So the next time they tell you no, this group of officers, as you can see, claim we can't. So you guys get confused on it. In regards to actually seeing what takes place in regards to the animals and the owner's rights, you will see probably next to nothing towards that. They definitely kept us separated. Went out of their way to keep us separated. We have two pigeons?
Two pigeons.
Two pigeons that flew up. So in CDFA fashion, that will mean there will be a 22 or a pelican being used today. Because that's how CDFA handles birds that are not used. Now, what is the police department going to do when there's guns being used behind that house? And they will. They can't net them. They will destroy every bird tonight. So there are two birds up on that roof. And everybody that's watched any video here knows if you can't catch them, you can't net them, they will use a 22 or a pelican. Now this yard is not very, I don't know how deep it is. Could be a half acre-ish. But you got to put your house somewhere. So being that said, you got about a quarter of an acre to shoot a pelican or a BB gun, or not pelican or a 22, my bad. How far can it go? CDFA has missed and hit a goat before. CDFA has missed and broke windows before. Let's see what they do.
Well, here comes another CHP officer.
Oh snap! I guess they're gonna arrest the whole neighborhood.
There's two more officers.
There's two in that one. There's two in that one. Oh snap! Bill, are you going down?
Oh hell, why not? I got nothing
No,
better to
it's
do.
not on my, it's a bucket list. What the hell? I've never been arrested. What am I gonna get arrested for? Standing here? Woo.
Who are you gonna see?
Two more officers showing up.
Yeah, two more officers showing
I saw
up.
that.
Jennifer, that's the officer that.
Which one? Oh, the one in there. Oh.
Helm. Same one Carrie had a problem with. No, Helm, the guy behind the fence line. She posted a fence video on him.
Yeah.
Are we really that scary? You have to have 7 officers here.
No, I think there's if there's a lot more than what we need, we'll send them away. It's not a big deal.
7 officers though. Yeah, there's 4. You're 5. That makes 7.
There's another one inside. You know, it's nobody's gonna mess around for a bird, but you know, it's you guys do your part, fine. We respect that, but the way they want to do it, it's more like a scaring neighbors, you know. So they probably think it's not a rooster.
You know this is making you guys look semi-Gustavish.
Well, it's like I explained to you. I don't remember her name over there. I explained to her that whenever we serve a warrant, we try not to minimize what a warrant is, regardless of what it's for. So if we're coming here to do this, or we're coming here to, or we have another house that we're going to where there's some kind of crime that we need that we're wrote a warrant for to go in, we're going to take the same measures both places, just because. Surprises that might be on the other side of the fence. So we always plan for the worst. That's all it is. We plan for it.
What's ISU stand for?
Investigative Services Unit.
So you're almost like the internal affairs.
No. Totally different. So investigative services is just a fancy word for saying a variety of crimes that the normal, the road officer wearing tan uniforms, it might be too, maybe more time consuming than he has time for, or more complicated than that particular officer's, his skill level, and so we bump it up and we'll take the case and we'll.
So you're equivalent of a detective then?
Just like that, yes. It's just a fancy word for a detective, yes.
Huh.
I can say that your neighborhood, people, I never seen this before.
Hey, puppy. Hi, pup. Hey, pup. Hey, pup.
And then these people, I know most of people, so we live in the area. So every time we go to the same market, we go to the same liquor store, and then we know each other.
Puppy's back. Hey, pup. Hey, pup. Hey, pup.
On the other wall, it's way different.
It's an older neighborhood and everybody knows it. Everybody's saying long-time resident.
Just in case you're just now tuning in for whatever reason, this is the city of Glen Avon, well, actually subdivision of Europa Valley, Glen Avon area. A warrant was issued upon this house approximately 30 minutes ago, give or take. Individuals didn't want to comply, but they did. Mainly because there is, at the time, there was 5 officers here. You've got a Sergeant Helm there. We got 3 other officers right here preventing us from doing anything. And then you have an officer right here who is the equivalent of a CHP detective. You also have 2 more officers down there in the far vehicle right there. There are 2 officers in that vehicle. Oh, come on. I thought that was on your bucket list.
Yeah, right. It's going to be because they're lying as they have this whole I mean, is it no different? Us standing at the gate should be no different than any other human being standing at the gate. But one of our, satyrs got confronted because she was in front of it. She was not on the other side of the property and forcibly had me pull out. That's what everyone needs to do.
We got 2 chicken killers that are actually still sitting in the truck. I'm gonna walk over there right now. Act like I'm just minding my own business. Actually, there's a few of them sitting in their vehicles.
The lady doesn't want to be on the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm getting back.
Okay. The lady with the camera.
Media lady.
Yeah.
I've been asked to basically not film a video, the media person that's not or here. So I'm turning the camera down right now out of respect for her wishes. That's fine. Alright.
I'll be back.
Turning it down again because the individual has asked me not to film her parents. So to comply with that request, I'm doing that. That, however, I will not comply with. I will film you that. Put me out the road here. She's standing on the road a little bit.
Let's remember this tow truck
The
was parked.
the lady with the camera does not want to be video.
Oh,
She asked not to be.
Parked at this other yard, the neighbor's yard.
Oh, watch this. He's going to back down the street illegally. This is a ticket anyone else would receive. Can I get a ticket right here? This is illegal.
But our police enforcement backs anything they do, including going the wrong way on the street.
Can we get a ticket? This is illegal right here. I wouldn't do that. I'd get a ticket. Got another vehicle coming in. This one actually is going the right direction. Amy's actually asking some good questions right now. Let me go ahead and try to get over here so people can hear what she has to say. She already asked them why they do not wear a biosuit at all times. She says it's because there's no actual disease.
On the hot and gosh. We'll see when you walk out. It's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Well, no. When they walk out of the vehicle, we'll see them. So you might as well put your visor back up. I'm going to record you when you walk out.
They don't say driving or what?
Not the sharpest tool in the shed. That's what my grandparents always said. think some of these schools have some restaurants.
Oh, they also got covers on the back of their trucks now. Look at that. Fancy.
I know.
We're getting fancy with it.
They're covering their vehicle now.
Bring the birds to the front of the property.
Why not show your face?
I already got it. I've got it twice.
I know.
Well, they gotta come out eventually. That's why they're factoring this back to come out eventually. They don't think about it. We're not paying these people.
That guy was saying, tell the police you're not even here for hours, but look at they're all coming over the street.
Oh, I know. Oh, this area is horrible. You can call the cops. They won't be here for like 6 hours.
Yeah, easily.
There's no need for biosecurity suits. That guy already compromised the security of it. We know you guys do it just for show. Oh, they got goggles now and everything.
Oh yeah, they're getting real fancy.
You guys were already on the property without biosecurity suits, so why put them on now? You don't consider yourselves contaminated from the last site that you just killed at? And those suits don't look new.
Where is he on the property?
Who killed them?
Yeah.
He's here for looks.
He's bringing the police.
I like how he never wears biosecurity suits.
Oh look, they're letting their dogs out now.
And
That's
then
nice.
the officer's strong arm over there. Big tough one.
Does anybody have an extra suit for kill law? He could use one.
Bring the birds to the front. That's the one that...
Suit's not taped up. Don't think we're gonna let you have breathe. Look, more contamination coming onto the site.
Yeah.
Put your biosecurity suit on once you're here, apparently.
Yes, not before.
Go in the trash.
Because all you do is bring anything into the property now.
Seems the only training they have is like on ignoring us.
What happened to our rights to be safe and to be able to be safe and secure in our own home? Why are you taking our property? Stealing our property?
Just to kind of touch up on information for people that may not be aware. This is in the city. Oh, here comes two more officers. We're so scary. It's a scary situation. That was a good question, though.
Are you guys gonna go like tell the neighbors not to let us over there too?
Obviously not.
That'd be a new one.
Officer Carter, he stated he doesn't work for the people, he works for the state.
Yes, I did hear him state that.
Who said that?
Officer Carter right here. He said you don't work for the people. My understanding is he was a civil servant.
Dollars paid.
Yeah, I thought that too. He got upset when you called him a servant too. Even though they are considered a civil servant.
That's part of their job description, being a public servant.
But he got all butthurt when he got called a servant.
Servant.
I hope that's
Google
not
it if you want.
how you got up all up in my face. I hope that's not how you treat your wife.
She's underneath that skin right now. That's exactly why. To be a servant would be the servant would be to serve the public trust.
Not Officer Carter, he's not a public servant.
He is, he just doesn't want to. And he has to serve the public.
Yes. I believe it says on the vehicle, safety, and what's the second word?
Oh wait, service.
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 How do you be a service? You have to be a servant. Yes, we are aggravating them a little bit. Don't make sure you don't call a police officer a public servant though, because individual right here like this
What are you doing?
gets upset when he's called a servant, even though he is a public and civil servant.
Do with your time.
Shouldn't you be suiting up?
Oh, never mind, he's on his phone.
He's busy.
He's more on his phone than my teenage daughter.
He ain't got time for us. But we know you check out our page.
You know what's sad is it takes hours to get an officer to come out here on the scene for an actual emergency, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 officers, and I'm assuming 2 in the car still that normally just can't get an officer out here. You can't pay to get one.
Why are you doing everything in secret? Let's see what you're doing. Bring it out.
Where's the transparency?
This is our community. We could be next. We want to see what you're doing. This is our concern. These are our neighbors.
My sister,
Whatever you do,
her birthday's in September.
the black officer, don't call him servant, even though he's a public servant. He gets all butthurt when you call him servant.
Oh, my bad. Well, I didn't call him servant.
Well, she called him a public servant, and he got all butthurt because he was called the word servant was in there.
He says he
Well, he should get about the word public because he's not serving public.
That's, well, the second word on the vehicle is what? Service.
He says that he doesn't service the public. He doesn't work for the public.
He works for the state.
That's about the most ignorant statement I've ever heard.
Actually, I might have it on recording because I was standing right there when he made that comment.
Oh, wow.
He-
Talk about ignorant. I don't work for the people.
I work for the state. That
I'm
does
not in service.
Okay, then that would
Ignorant.
explain a lot why the
Ignorant.
California State Department of Agriculture is a state employee. There you go. There you go. Hi, Paul.
Danny, the owner, is somewhere in the back of the property.
Victor,
They are.
move the car so we can see. Can you move these cars?
Oh, okay. Okay, that, no.
The white car and the truck?
You guys are with the California Rural Crime Task Force. How come you guys are out here where it's not too rural?
That individual, let me zoom in on him real quick. White shirt right there behind the car. He's actually, whoops. He's actually one of the owners. It was a warrant that was served on the property, so they really didn't have a whole lot of recourse to go through. Oh, we're gonna drive off the street with our infected tires, and now we're gonna spray them.
Yeah, now they're going to...
Now, yeah, that does so good for biosecurity. You already brought it onto the property, but now we're going to spray. That makes sense.
It doesn't say Burcon S.
Yeah, it does.
No, on the other side. It says 1% Burcon S and then something else.
Foxtrot.
Yeah, no, that too, but then the label. Irritant.
Irritant.
1% irritant. Zoom in on that, somebody.
It's already out of,
Yeah.
can't, truck's already in the way. Well, they're just now spraying the tires after they've already backed onto the property. That just makes
But the
a
guy
whole
spraying
lot of
isn't wearing
nonsense.
any biosecurity.
It's asinine.
Here's the thing with the biosecurity spraying of the tires. To do it correctly, guys. To do it correctly, the person should be in the vehicle, and you spray it. Vehicle rolls up about 1 or 2 feet, so you can get a complete rotation of the tire. You can do the side of this mid, about a fifth of that tire will not be sprayed because the grass belt away from being in the vehicle. So when they take off and leave, a fifth of the tires are not sprayed. Thank you very much. Oh,
OSHA's on it. I already here.
More tires over here.
at least they had covers on the truck this time. This time they didn't have bed covers. And so if they dropped a load on the freeway...
They've never had bed covers up until we put that comment on SOB.
Really? They upgrade every time.
Every time we make a comment on SOB, they up their game.
Right, girl? We should be the auditors.
I mean, really, we should be getting paid for this shit.
Shouldn't we? We're more vouchers.
Fuck.
Better input than these people that are standing there.
They are getting better. They got little
Yeah, they're getting better a little too late in the game, though.
followers we cannot do the thing.
Viola, how much are you getting paid to be worthless? Be useless.
If he's paying 50 cents, it's too much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. CDC earlier when we were talking about the spray, I said OSHA. My bad. I got my
Did they have a net
agencies mixed
earlier? I
up.
don't think they did. They were shooting down.
But yeah, only a fifth of those tires are any good because a true spray of the tires would be a rotation. You spray the outside of it and the treads, but you didn't move the truck, so underneath the tires, all 4 tires have not been
It's
sprayed.
just still contaminated.
And still contain, yeah, because a good spray. They say you got to have someone in the vehicle. They do the spray, And then you roll it up about 2-3 feet, and then you do the spray for the side that's not hit, not sprayed on. So, I don't, we might miss a kill zone, but guys, you're still not doing it right. You're still not doing it right.
Get the drug dealers and criminals off the streets, not our healthy birds.
That would mean you have to be a servant of the public. Yes, that is my new word for the day.
The spray gun they do on the tires is just for Lexus.
More than likely, Dorothy, they showed up. When we first showed up, they had 4 officers here when we first showed up, and it was a little bit of a interesting situation, as there was a little bit of confrontation going on, mainly between CHP towards us.
Homeowners, make sure you're filming.
Attempted to gain access to the neighbor's yard. The neighbor on the left side of the property was unwilling, and the neighbor on the right just acted like he didn't hear us. Actually, it looks like there might be some kind of motion going on over here or something. You see, there's quite a few people from the community that are actually here.
You don't go past it to ask if you can video, I guess.
You should try to contact the neighbor again. Well, we might get better footage. Jennifer's on the way to try to speak to the neighbor again, see if we can go in their yard and get video. I don't know if they're actually killing yet, Ma. I know they've gone back there with nets. I haven't heard anything yet, but I have no idea how far back the chickens are. I know there is nobody currently up front in biosuits, so I would assume they're all back there. Yes, the owner is there. There was a warrant served upon them, so they really didn't have much choice in not allowing them access. I can actually hear chickens now. They're screaming. And I'm assuming they are netting birds right now, as they can hear birds screaming in the back of the property. looks like Jennifer's coming back with not much good news as far as allowing us into the neighbor's property.
I would like a supervisor to come out, please, to my location. Yeah, 92509. We have about.
Reason being, Patricia, CHP, the show right here. We got 3 officers there. We got another officer there, and you've got 2 more officers there.
And they denied me the right for the supervisor to come out.
And what is your name?
My name is Wendy Gonzalez.
Your phone number?
951-331-1522. And we were trying to get information. I was trying to read the warrant. I said, well, if it affects me, why can't I see it? They refused to let me see it. And then...
I can't hear what you're saying. Your phone cut out?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Hello?
Yeah.
Your phone is cutting out.
No, I'm here. So please,
Okay,
I would like a supervisor to come out here, please.
Okay, I'll send it over to the radio and see what we can do, okay?
Okay, it's 3940 Lindsay Avenue.
Lindsay Street.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I sent it over to the radio. You're
Thank
welcome.
So that was the CHP office. Hopefully we can get a sheriff out here. Since they denied me that.
Reason being, CHP got a little aggressive with her a little while ago. And they are attempting to get a hold of RSO to come out here and address the issue of the officer being a little unnecessarily handsy. This is in the city. Let me start over from scratch. The viewer feed has gone up. This is in the city of Rupa Valley, in more aptly the Glen Avon area of Rupa Valley. Warrant was served upon this residence for birds, which was a bit of an intimidation tactic because they had these officers here, as well as a Sergeant Helm who was in Carrie's video earlier that she posted. There's also 2 more officers down there.
The state should provide you with plenty of water, dude.
Patricia, as far as your question goes, why didn't they allow it? Because of the fact they're more likely that there were so many CHP officers present.
Call for a sheriff. Our mayor says that the sheriff is supposed to be taking these calls for public safety.
A phone call has been made to Riverside Sheriff's Department because back in the meeting we had a few days ago at the City Council meeting, City Council informed the Riverside Sheriff's Department, as they are our police department, they are to be fielding these phone calls. Basically, regardless of what Riverside Sheriff's policy is on it, they are contracted to be the police department for this community. So we should have a Riverside Sheriff deputy show up here momentarily. If what the City Council says is true.
Adam, share with your sister, please.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna wiggle the camera around because I've got to move it, attach a battery pack to my phone. All right, here we go. Well, that would actually make 8 officers then. There's 7 actually physically here right now on this property. And there's 1 officer, according to my mother, approximately not quite a quarter mile away, but close to it. On the same street.
The fact that a male cop put their hands on you, and there was not an you were on the other side of the gate. You were on the side of the gate.
When they got here, she was?
No, I said she wasn't. She was on the side of the gate.
No, when they got here, we were walking up. I was trying to get back. I was actually looking. I was looking the owner, and I looked up.
There's 7 on property, and my mother said there's 1 actually down the block.
Shouldn't they establish right now there's no weapons or no threat to these people? The biggest
are here. How many guns are here? And CDF, you know in the back, they either have a 22 or they have a target for if anything flies. We saw this kid land on his house. So how many of them are in whatever. And you. How many cops would it take to pick you up and throw you in the back of the car?
Especially that guy.
Like, you need 10 cops. You need. I mean, Bill, you can throw her over your shoulder, right? And throw her in
I can fire him and carry her. Was she like, what, 105, 106 pounds?
How much you weigh? 110 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can throw you over, fire him and carry you away.
The only reason because my kids, you're the size of a jockey.
I should be a jockey.
No, jockeys are cool. Hey, don't get me wrong, jockeys are cool. Okay, girl, because you can wear the nice, like high heels, spike high heels. If I do, I'll be at Amazon and be like 3 inches taller than my husband, so I can't do it. I was like, no, you can wear them nice heels that are like 3 inches.
Does he complain?
No, but I mean, I haven't done it one time when we were younger. I told him I was like towered over him, so then I felt like I am alone. That's why I said, so don't ever have a problem with you know, oh, I'm sure. No, girl, you can wear them heels.
I'm still pissed off at him.
I wish I would have been here earlier,
like
dude.
This to my face. I had my phone like this. This is how I have my phone.
And I even showed up. I mean, the thing was supposed to be. Yeah, I showed up here at 4. Yeah, the guy. 40. The guy. You guys.
As you can see, alright.
We actually had a dude that walked up and thought 7.
8.
This one is.
Amy.
7 officers.
There's 8 officers. There's 1 down the road.
Oh shit! Really?
She's 12 minutes out. She's already had a
That's very possible.
Yeah, they're not going to show up here either. All right, drive safe. Bye.
Who is that?
She's coming. She just had an hour-long conversation with the lieutenant. We're fucked.
Oh, it's got to be Terry.
Yeah, she's 10 minutes out. She said we're fucked. She said we're fucked. They're planning on starting to arrest us.
See.
Whether we're on the property, off the property, she's going to talk to us right now. When she gets here, she records the whole conversation. But
No, what?
she said she's going to talk to us, but she said to plan on a couple of us at least going to jail from now on. I'm ready.
You know what?
I'm pregnant. It's a quick turnaround.
I don't see it. Out of the state of California because if I was in a job,
So I don't know. She's going to talk to us right now when she gets here.
Yeah, she did call me up.
Still alive?
Yes.
Got me all like choking over.
All choking, sweaty,
Fuck.
hair all
I
up.
don't even have my SOB shirt on anymore.
You took it all off.
A shirt plus this, it was too much.
I don't understand why we need to be arrested. So
Come on, you said it was on your bucket list.
okay, it is on my. It's on my bucket list, but I want to be arrested when I'm like breaking through a gate, not because I'm standing on this side of the gate. I mean, we never.
oh my God, arrest me because I'll
Tomorrow?
Mom said if she could write like something.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
That what?
Yeah, 6 o'clock. And we'll be there.
Oh, anything. SOB, Save Our Birds.
Be there.
Popular. Stop
No,
killing
the
popular.
person that started.
I wish
the
my husband
website
had
that
this shirt on.
I guess you talked to a lieutenant on the phone. Whose phone is it? For a half hour while she was driving.
As you just heard,